Hi there, how are you? I trust you're well and keeping safe. I am doing well and grateful to God. It's another new month, the month of February, which we have so much christened the month of love. And I'm so excited to share this with us because today's video is going to focus on mental health and love. Is there any connection? Is there any importance in these two facets? Are they interrelated? And if so, how so important are they to us? Now, there's this father who took the daughter to a park. And while at the park, the daughter noticed an apple vendor. And she told the father that she wanted apples. And so the father went ahead and purchased two apples, one for himself and the other for the daughter. But the daughter did something very interesting because she grabbed both apples and took huge bites from each apple. And the father was a bit surprised, like, wow, selfish of this girl. How can she take a bite from each apple? And so he decided, let me watch on a bit. And so the daughter, after swallowing the bite she took, went ahead and told the dad, here, take this one. It tastes much better. And from there, the father was like, whoa, this is very interesting. What an act of selflessness and love. She chose to take a bite from both apples so that she could give the father the one that she thought tasted better. And this explains or rather summarizes why mental health is important, because the place of love in mental health cannot be overlooked. It's very, very important to the point that our dealings with mental health have to begin with love. Okay? So I'm going to share with us some nuggets that are very, very important in dealing with mental health that is, of course, anchored on love. So why is this important? The moment there is love, your happiness increases or is at a better place. If you don't love yourself, let me ask this question: will you be happy? If you don't love yourself, will you see happiness in other people? If you don't love yourself, will you see happiness in anything? Indeed, it's difficult. And this is why it's important to have that aspect in your life. Because the moment you're happy, your mood is improved. Your feeling of self-worth and importance is equally improved or made better. And that's why it's very, very important to start by loving yourself, because the moment you love yourself, your happiness increases. Happiness increases, your mental well-being is equally affected, of course, in the positive light. Okay? Number two, your self-esteem, studies suggest, gets to be improved. And that means essentially that your mental wellness also is improved. Okay? Because if you have self-esteem, you have self-confidence, you believe in yourself, then that means you can handle almost anything that is thrown at you. You believe in your capabilities, your abilities, and of course you also understand your limitations and what you can't achieve. So by virtue of having self-esteem, it means therefore that you are more resolute in your decisions, you're more focused on control in your undertakings and your dealings. And this is the place of love also in securing a healthy mental wellness, or rather well-being of the mind. Okay, so love in presence, there is number one, happiness, and then number two, there is what? Self-esteem. Thirdly, there is a greater resilience by having a positive state of mind. Because if indeed you love yourself, you would do everything possible in your power to surmount any challenges thrown at you, any hurdles, any difficulties would be relatively easy to maneuver or to overcome, because there is that component of love. Let me even give an example that most of us can relate to. The Christian religion, for example, it is said that Jesus left heaven to come and die for sinners because he loved humanity. Other religions as well are anchored on love. Hinduism, Buddhism, Baha'i, all the Scientology, they're based on and anchored on love. And you see, the greater the challenge, the greater the need to have that love. And so it can only mean that the more we are resolute in our focus to love ourselves and other persons as well, then our resilience is equally improved. The other thing that love does to you, and again affects your mental well-being in a positive way, is there is improved immunity. Your body gets to fight off some very, very simple infections. As a matter of fact, most of the illnesses that take us to hospitals can be handled without medicine. But the problem is we wait for too long to go and seek for medical help or medical attention or medical care. But the moment you are loving yourself, you love yourself and treat yourself well, this means that some diseases will automatically not be a bother to you. Things like stress, things like anxiety, which later graduate to depression, can be handled by simple acts of self-love. You do something great, something worth commending, you take yourself out, treat yourself. They're very, very important, but we do overlook them. Okay, so things like ulcers will be a thing of the past if we start by giving ourselves more love, more care, and more attention. Lastly, it's been proven that people who love themselves live longer. And you see, a long life with a good state of mind means a worthwhile life. Somebody once famously quipped that a long life is good enough, but a good life is long enough. So it's you to choose, really. So, from all this, it's therefore important to identify and notice that there is the place of wellness and love in the realm of mental health. Because really, if you want to be happy, if you want to have that good self esteem, if you want to have a greater sense of resilience, if you want to have your health improved, if you want to live long, then start by loving yourself. Don't reverse the script. Don't start by loving other people, then come back to love yourself. No, start by yourself. Love you first, do you, and seek what makes you happy above all means, and you will see your mental health being improved day by day. I must insist and emphasize that it has to do with a lot of deliberate effort and action. So, as we celebrate the month of love, Valentine's, and all other important milestones in our love life, let's remember to start with the most important person, and that is you. Stay safe, keep safe. God bless. Till next time, have a good one.